It's music theory. Online, let's learn some theory. Online, by watching modules. Online, with music theory. Online.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Module 10. I'm hoping that you're getting very comfortable with writing down key signatures and figuring out the keys of pieces, because this is really important in what we're doing, and it's really important that you totally understand this. That's what we talked about last week. Hopefully you're also getting very comfortable with writing major scales. Today we're going to look at minor scales. We know that major scales are diatonic scales. Also, minor scales are diatonic scales. We have three different forms of minor scales. We have the natural or the pure minor scale, the harmonic minor scale, and the melodic minor scale. Today we're looking at the natural minor scale. One thing that's really important to remember is all of our minor scales have relatives. The minor scales are related to our major scales. The minor scales are all 3 semitones lower than our major scale. So we're going to start by looking at a natural minor scale, and it sounds like this. Notice the tones and semitones are completely different than the tones and semitones that we saw in major scales. When we play the natural minor scale or the pure minor scale, we have a tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. It sounds quite different. We have 2 semitones in A minor natural scale. The first one is between the 2nd and the 3rd degree, or between B and C. And the other one is between E and F, which is the 5th and the 6th degree. All of the rest of the degrees are whole tones. So in one way, it's similar to the major scale because it has 2 half steps, but they're in different places. They're between 2 and 3 and 5 and 6. Our next minor scale is E minor scale. In order for our semitones to fall in the correct place, we must have an F sharp. Then we have a tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone. Just for your information, in the example you see on the screen, the F sharp is written twice. It doesn't have to be written twice because an accidental carries for the whole measure. So unless there's a bar line to cancel it out, that second F sharp is not needed, and it shouldn't be written there. It's just there to help us as a memory aid right now. So in order for us to get the correct pattern, we had to add an F sharp. If we were to write a key signature for E minor, it's the same as the key signature for G major. It has an F sharp. There are no key signatures for minor keys. All minor keys or all minor scales borrow from the major keys. In this case, E minor is borrowing G major's key signature. E minor and G major are relatives because they have the same key signature. Sometimes it can be a challenge to keep it straight, figuring out relative majors and relative minors. Every minor key has a relative major, and every major key has a relative minor. Our major and minor relatives are going to use the same key signature. The relative major of A minor is C major. The relative major of E minor is G major, which means that the relative of C major is A minor and the relative of G major is E minor. Often you're going to need to find a relative key. Here's a really easy way of doing it. At the piano or the keyboard, put the 4th finger of your right hand on the tonic of the major key. So if we're in the key of A major, Okay? Then play every note, including the black notes, descending until you play your thumb. So you would go 4, 3, 2, 1. The relative of A major is F sharp minor. Let's do it with a different one now. You can try this on your piano this week. Put your finger 4 on G, then finger 3 is on F sharp, finger 2 is on F, thumb is on E. So E to G, they're relatives, E minor to G major. You're going to do the opposite to find the relative major. You would put your thumb on E. If you're in E minor and you want to find E minor's relative, you're going to go E with your thumb, finger 2 on F, finger 3 on F sharp, and finger 4 on G. The challenge is remembering the order, whether you're going up or whether you're going down. So this chart just might help you remember what direction you're going in. If you're in a major key, we have a little picture here of our major, you're going to go down 3 semitones to find the minor. Think of the minor as being in the ground. You know, they work in mines under the ground. So if he wants to come up to see the major, he's going to go up 3 semitones. When you're in the major key and want to find the relative minor, you're going to go down 3 semitones from the major tonic note to the minor tonic note. Down 3 semitones is the same as putting your 4th finger on the note and then playing all of the fingers. 4, 3, 2, 1 will give you your 3 semitones. If you're going from a minor to a relative major, you're going to go up 3 semitones. Let's see if you can find some of our relatives. Let's start with C minor. If you're in C minor and you want to find the major relative, you're going to go from the minors up to the majors. You're going to go up 3 semitones. Make sure you also go up 3 note names. C minor's relative would be E flat major. How about D minor's relative? You're going to go up 3 semitones. It's going to be F, isn't it? You see how that works? We've already done E, but let's do it again. From E, you're going to go up 3 semitones to G. If you're on F minor and you want to find F minor's relative, up 3 semitones to A flat major. See how that works? Let's do some going down. Let's start on C this time. C major, you're going to go down 3 semitones to A, right? So C major's relative is A minor. Let's start on B flat major. Go down 3 semitones and you'd be on G minor. So G minor and B flat major are relatives. A major, go down 3 semitones and you'd be on F sharp minor. So F sharp minor and A major are related. See how it works? This week your challenge is to get comfortable finding relative majors and relative minors, and also writing your natural minor scale. The nice thing with the natural minor scale is that it's exactly the same as its relative major, except it's starting on a different note, but you aren't going to have to add any accidentals to the scale. This is a big module, so you may want to go over it more than once and then practice doing your relative majors and minors and writing natural minor scales. Have a super duper week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
It's music theory Online, let's learn some theory. Online, by watching modules. Online, with music theory. Online.